The following performance was intended to be word for word, but wasn't even close to being that perfect. Please be gentle in the comments. Thank you. The Princess Bride was a movie that came out in 1987 and was directed by Rob Reiner and starred, let's see, who was in this again? Carrie Elwes, Mandy Patinkin, Chris Sarandon, Christopher Guest, Wallace Shawn, Andre the Giant, and of course, Robin Wright Penn. What is the purpose of this video? Well, I've wanted to do this for a long time. I want to see if I can possibly recite the entire movie, all the parts, from memory. As much of it as I possibly can. Because even though I've seen The Princess Bride probably at least 100 times over the years, I am not sure it's possible to ever do an entire movie verbatim. I'm sure people on Broadway do it all the time, but I don't know if it's possible for someone like myself, because I'm trying to be humble here, but I'm coming off as awkward. So, I want to recite the entire movie from memory, all the dialogue, all the action, all the direction. You'll just have to imagine for yourself, okay? That's the whole caveat of this thing. So, without further ado, here is my one-man show of The Princess Bride. Bum, 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 bum. Hi, honey. Hi, Mom. Feeling better? No better. Guess what? What? Your grandfather's here. Can't you tell him that I'm sick? You're sick. That's why he's here. He'll pinch my cheek. I hate that. Well, maybe he won't. Hey, how's the sickie? Huh? I think I'll leave you two alone. I brought you a special present. What is it? Open it up. A book? That's right. When I was your age, television was called books, and this is a special book. It used to be read to my grandfather when he was sick, and when I was sick, I used to read it to your father. And today I'm going to read it to you. Has it got any sports in it? Are you kidding? Fencing, fighting, giants, torture, magic, revenge, true love, miracles. It doesn't sound too bad. I'll try and stay awake. Oh, well, thank you very much for your vote of confidence. It's overwhelming. The Princess Bride by S. Morgenstern, Chapter 1. Buttercup lived on a farm in the country of Florin. Her favorite pastimes were horseback riding and tormenting the farm boy that lived there. His name was Wesley, but she never called him that. Isn't that a wonderful beginning? Yeah, it's really good. Nothing gave Buttercup so much pleasure as ordering Wesley around. Farm boy, polish my horse's saddle. I want to see my face shining in it by morning. As you wish. As you wish was all he ever said. Farm boy, fill these with water. Please. As you wish. That day she was amazed to discover that when he was saying as you wish, what he meant was, I love you. And even more amazing was the day she knew she truly loved him back. Farm boy, fetch me that pitcher. As you wish. Wait a minute, hold on. What are you trying? Are you trying to trick me? Where's the sports? Is this a kissing book? Wait a minute, just wait. When does it get good? Keep your shirt on and let me read. Wesley had no money for marriage, so his only hope was to seek fortune across the sea and sail away. It was a very emotional time for Buttercup. I don't believe this. I'm afraid I'll never see you again. Of course you will. But what if something happens to you? Hear this now. I will always come for you. But how can you be sure? This is true love. You think this happens every day? Wesley never reached his destination. He was attacked by the dread pirate Roberts, who never left captives alive. When Buttercup heard the news that Wesley was murdered by pirates is good, she went to her room and shut the door, and for days neither slept nor ate. I will never love again. On the eve of the 500th anniversary of the country of Florin, Prince Humperdinck made an announcement to his people. My people! A month from now, our country will have its 500th anniversary. On that sundown, I shall marry a lady who was once a commoner like yourselves. But perhaps you will not find her common now. Would you like to meet her?
Yes!
My people, Princess Buttercup.
Ma, 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 ma.
Buttercup's emptiness consumed her. Although the law of the land gave Humperdinck the right to choose his bride, she did not love him. The only joy Buttercup found was in her daily ride. A word, my lady. We are but poor lost circus performers. Is there a village nearby? There is nothing nearby, not for miles. Then there'll be no one to hear you scream. What is that you're ripping? It is fabric of an army officer of Gilder. Who's Gilder? The country across the sea, the sworn enemy of Florin. Go! When the horse reaches the castle, the prince will suspect the Gildarians abducted his love. When they find her body dead on the Gilder frontier, his suspicions will be totally confirmed. You never said anything about killing anyone. I hired you to help me start a war. It is a prestigious line of work with a long and glorious tradition. I just don't think it's right, killing an innocent girl. Am I going mad? Or did the word think escape your lips? You were not hired for your brains, you hippopotamic landmass. I agree with Physic. Oh, the sod has spoken. What happens to her is not truly your concern. I will kill her, and never forget this. Never forget this. When I found you, you were so slobbering drunk you couldn't buy brandy. And you, friendless, helpless, brainless, hopeless. Do you want me to send you back to where you were? Unemployed in Greenland? Vizzini, he can fuss. Fuss is not too happy with us. Maybe he means no harm. Is running very short on charm. You have a great gift for rhyme. Yes, some other time. Enough of that. Physic, are the rocks ahead? If there are, we'll be dead. No more rhymes now, I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? No! We'll reach the cliffs by dawn. Why are you doing that? You're sure nobody's following us? That would be inconceivable. Despite what you think, you will be caught. And when you are, the prince will have you all hanged. Of all the necks on this boat, your highness, the one you should be worried about is your own. Stop doing that. We can all relax. It's almost over. Are you sure nobody's following us? As I told you, it would be impossible, inconceivable, and all other ways inconceivable. No one from Florin knows what we've done, and no one could have gotten here so fast. Out of curiosity, why do you ask? Sorry, I was just turning around and I saw someone is there. What? Well, it's just probably a fisherman out for a pleasure cruise at night through eel-infested waters.
Splash!
What? Go in! Get after her! Don't swim. I only dog paddle. Ah! Veer left! Left! Do you hear that sound, Highness? Those are the shrieking eels! If you don't believe me, just wait. They always grow louder when they're about to feed on human flesh. If you swim back now, I promise no harm will come to you. I'll doubt you will get such an offer from the eels. She doesn't get eaten by the eels at this time. What? I'm explaining because you look nervous. Well, I wasn't nervous. Maybe I was a little bit concerned, but that's not the same thing. Because we can stop now if you want. No, you can read a little more if you want. Do you hear that sound, Highness? Those are the shriek. You has that, Grandpa. You read it already. Oh, I'm so sorry. I start again. Where were we? The eel was coming after her. The eel charged her. Buttercup's frightened and... Put her down. Just put her down. I think he's getting closer. He's no concern of ours. Sail on. I suppose you think you're brave, don't you? Only compared to some. Look, he's right on top of us. I wonder if sailors are using the same wind we're using. Whoever he is, he's too late. See? The cliffs of insanity. Hurry up. Move the thing. And that other thing. Move it. We're safe. Only Fezzik's strong enough to take us up for here. He'll have to sail around for hours to find a harbor. He's climbing the rope. And he's gaining on us. Inconceivable. Faster! I thought our wall's going faster. You were supposed to be this colossus. You were this great legendary thing, and yet he gains. Well, I'm carrying 3 people, and he's only got himself. I do not accept excuses. I just need to find myself a new giant, that's all. Don't say that, Vizzini, please. Did I make it clear your job was at stake? Got very good arms. He didn't fall? Inconceivable. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. My God, he's climbing. Whoever he is, he has obviously seen us with the princess and thus must therefore die. You carry her. Catch up with us quickly. If he falls, fine. If not, the sword. I'm going to do him left-handed. You know what a hurry we're in. Well, it's the only way I can be satisfied. If you use my right. Over too quickly. I'll have it your way. You'll be careful. People in masks cannot be trusted. I'm waiting! Hello there. Slow going? Look, I don't mean to be rude, but this is not as easy as it looks. So if you wouldn't mind distracting me, please? Sorry. Thank you. I don't suppose you could speed things up. If you're in such a hurry, you could lower a rope or a tree branch or something else useful to do. I could do that. I got some rope up here. But I do not think you would accept my help, since I'm only waiting around to kill you. That does put a damper on our relationship. I promise not to kill you until you reach the top. That's very comforting, but I'm afraid you'll have to wait. I hate waiting. I give you my word as a Spaniard. No good! I've known too many Spaniards. Is there any way you trust me? Nothing comes to mind. I swear on the soul of my father, Inigo Montoya, you will reach the top alive. Throw me the rope. Oh, wait. Thank you. Oh, wait. Not to you already. Again, thank you. I do not mean to pry, but you don't by any chance happen to have 6 fingers on your right hand? You always begin conversations this way? My father was slaughtered by a 6-fingered man. Was a great man, my father. When the 6-fingered man appeared, he had him build a special sword. My father took the job. It was a year before it was ready. I've never seen its equal. The 6-fingered man returned and demanded it, but at 1/10 the promised price. My father refused. Without a word, the 6-fingered man slashed him through the heart. I loved my father, so naturally I challenged his murderer to a duel. I failed. 6-fingered man left me alive, but he gave me this. How old were you? I was 11 years old. When I was not strong enough, I dedicated my life to the study of fencing. So the next time we meet, I will not fail. I will go up to the 6-fingered man and say, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. You've done nothing in your life but study swordplay. Well, Had to find some other way to pay the bills. You see, it's been 15 years and I cannot find him, and I've been losing confidence. So I work for Vizzini to pay the bills. There's not a lot of money in revenge. Well, I certainly hope you find him someday. Are you ready then? Whether I am or not, you've been more than fair. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die. Begin. You were using Bonifetti's defense against me, huh? I thought it's fitting considering the rocky terrain. Naturally, you must expect me to attack with Capoferro. Naturally, but I think most swordsmen are Capoferros, aren't you? Don't you? Unless you studied his Agrippa, which I have. You are wonderful. Thank you. I've worked hard to become so. I admit that you are better than I am. Then why are you smiling? Because I've known something you did not know. And what is that? I am not left-handed. You're amazing. What to be after all these years? There's something I have to tell you. Tell me. I'm not left-handed either. Acrobatics. Who are you? No one of consequence. I must know. Get used to disappointment. Okay? Kill me quickly. I would as soon destroy a stained glass window as to an artist like yourself. However, since I can't have you following me either. Please understand, I hold you in the highest respect. Inconceivable! Here, give her to me. Catch up with us quickly. What do I do? Finish him. Finish him. Your way. Oh, my way. Thanks, Vizzini. Which way's my way? In a moment, the man in black is going to come running around the bend. The minute his head is in view, hit it with the rock! My way is not very sportsmanlike. I did that on purpose. I don't have to miss. I believe you. So what happens now? We face each other as God intended. Sportsmanlike. No tricks, no weapons, skill against skill alone. You'll mean you'll put down your rock and I'll put down my sword and we'll try and kill each other like civilized people? I could kill you now. Frankly, I think you have a slight advantage at hand-to-hand combat. It's not my fault I'm the biggest and the strongest. I don't even exercise. Look, are you just fiddling around with me or what? I just want you to feel like you're doing well. I hate for people to die embarrassed. You're quick. Good thing, too. Why are you wearing a mask? Were you burned by acid or something like that? Oh, no, it's just they're terribly comfortable. I think everybody will be wearing them in the future. I just can't believe you'll give me so much trouble. Why is that, do you think? Well, I've been fighting gangs for charities and neighborhoods, that kind of thing. You will lose different moves when you fight. After a while, it's much easier to fight a gang instead of just one. I do not envy the headache you have when you awake. In the meantime, rest well. Dream of large women. There was a mighty duel. Ranged all over. We're both masters. Who won? How did it end? The loser ran off alone, but the victor followed those footprints towards Gilda. Shall we track them both? The loser means nothing. Only the princess matters. Clearly, this was all planned by warriors of Gilda. We must be prepared for whatever lies ahead. Could this be a trap? I always think everything could be a trap. That is why I'm still alive. So, it is down to you, and it is down to me. If you wish her dead, by all means, keep coming forward. Let me explain. There's nothing to explain. You are trying to kidnap what I have rightfully stolen. Perhaps an arrangement could be reached? There will be no arrangement, and you're killing her. Well, if we can't come to an agreement, then we are at an impasse. I'm afraid so. I can't compete with you physically, and you're no match for my brains. You're that smart. Let me put it this way. Have you heard of Plato, Aristotle, Socrates? Yes? Morons. Really? In that case, I challenge you to a battle of wits. For the princess? To the death? I accept. Good. Pour the wine. Inhale this, but do not touch. I smell nothing. What you do not smell is called iocane powder. It is odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid, and is among one of the more deadly poisons known to man. All right. Where is the poison? The battle of wits has begun. It ends when we decide and we both drink and find out who is right and who is dead. Well, it's so simple. All I have to do is divine from what I know of you. Are you the sort of man who would put the poison in his own goblet or his enemies? Now, a clever man would never accept the goblet that was given him because only a great fool would reach for what he was given. I'm not a great fool, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me. But you must have known I was not a great fool. You would have counted on it, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. You made your decision then? Not remotely, because iocane comes from Australia, as everyone knows. And Australia is entirely peopled with criminals. And criminals are used to having people not trust them, as I am not trusted by you, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me. Truly, you have a dizzying intellect. Well, wait till I get going! Where was I? Australia. Yes, Australia. So you must have known that I would have known the powder's origin, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. You're just stalling now. You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? You beat my giant, which proves you're exceptionally strong. Which means you could have put the poison in your own goblet, trusting in your strength to save you. But you also bested my Spaniard, which means you studied. And in studying, you would have learned that man is mortal, which means you would have put the poison as far from yourself as possible, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me. You're trying to trick me into giving away something. It won't work. It has worked. You've given everything away. I know where the poison is. Then make your choice. I will, and I choose. What the hell could that be? What? Where? I didn't see anything. Well, I swore I could have saw something. No matter. What's so funny? I'll tell you in a minute. First, let's drink. Me for my glass, and you for yours. You guessed wrong. You only think I guessed wrong. That's what's so funny. I switched glasses when your back was turned. Ha ha, you fool. You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this. Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Who are you? I'm no one to be trifled with. That is all you never need know. And to think, all this time it was your cup that was poisoned. They were both poisoned. I spent the last 5 years building up an immunity to iocane powder. Someone has beaten a giant. There will be grave suffering in Gilder if she dies. Rest, your highness. Whatever it is, whatever ransom you ask, you get it, I promise you. And what is that? The promise of a woman. You're very funny, your highness. I was giving you a chance. It does not matter where you take me. There is no greater hunter than Prince Humperdinck. He can track a falcon on a cloudy day. He can find you. You think your dearest love will save you? I never said he was my dearest love. And yes, he will save me. That I know. You admit to me it's not your dearest love. He knows I'm not his dearest love. Or incapable of love is what you mean. I have loved more deeply than a killer like yourself could ever dream. That was a warning, your highness. The next time my hand flies on its own, where I come from, there are penalties when a woman lies. Iocane. I bet my life on it. And there are the princess's footprints. She is alive, or was an hour ago. She is otherwise when I find her. I shall be very put out. Rest, your highness. I know who you are. Your cruelty reveals everything. You're the dread pirate Roberts, admit it. With pride. What can I do for you? You can die slowly, cut into 1,000 pieces. Hardly complimentary, Your Highness. Why loose your venom on me? You killed my love. It's possible. I killed a lot of people. Who was this love of yours? Another prince like this one? Ugly, rich, scabby? No, a farm boy, poor and perfect, with eyes like the sea after a storm. On the high seas, your ship attacked, and the dread pirate Roberts never takes prisoners. I can't afford to make exceptions. Once words have got out that I'm soft, it's nothing but work. People start disobeying me, and it's nothing but work all the time. You mock my pain. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. I remember this farm boy of yours, I think. This would have been, 5 years ago? Does it bother you to hear? Nothing you say could upset me. He died well. That should please you. No bribe attempts or blubbering. He simply said, please. Please, I have to live. It was the please that caught my memory. I asked what was so important to him. True love, he replied. He then spoke of a woman of surpassing beauty and faithfulness. I can only assume he meant you. You should bless me for destroying him before he found out what you really are. And what am I? Faithfulness he talked of, madam. Your enduring faithfulness. Now tell me truly, did you get engaged your prince at the same hour, or did you wait a week out of respect for the dead? You mocked me once, never do it again. I died that day. You can die too, for all I care.
As you wish.
As you wish. Oh, my sweet Wesley, what have I done? Ow. They disappeared. They must have seen us closing in, causing them to panic in error. And if I'm wrong, and I'm never wrong, they're headed directly into the fire swamp. I told you to wait for me. Why didn't you wait for me? Oh, you're alive. If you want, I could fly. I told you I would return. Why didn't you wait for me? Well, you were dead. Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while. I will never doubt again. There will never be a need. Hold it. What? What is it this time? The kissing. Do we have to read about the kissing again? Someday you may not mind so much. Let's skip ahead to the fire swamp. That sounded cool. All right. You're sick, I'll humor you. Wesley and Buttercup fled to the fire swamp. Aha! Your pig fiancé is too late. A few more steps and we'll be safe in the fire swamp. We'll never survive. Nonsense. You're only saying that because nobody ever has. It's not that bad. Well, I'm not saying I'd build a summer home here or anything, but the trees are actually quite lovely. You all right? Singed a bit? You? Well, I'll give the fire swamp credit for this much. It does keep you on your toes. All seemed like a happy memory. Robert's ship Revenge. See, everything I told you earlier about the pleas was true, but it fascinated Roberts. And after a while, he took me to his cabin and told him a secret. I'm not the real Dread Pirate Roberts, he told me. My name is Raya. I inherited the Dread Pirate Roberts title just as you're about to inherit it from me, and the man I inherited from isn't the real Dread Pirates either. His name was Cummerbund. The real Dread Pirate Roberts had been retired and living like a king in Patagonia. Thank you. So now, we are together. I shall retire and pass this title on to someone else. Is all that clear to you? We'll never survive. We may as well die here. No. Can't you see? We have already succeeded. What are the 3 dangers of the fire swamp? The fling spar? No problem. There's a popping sound preceding each. We can avoid that. Lightning sand. You were good enough to discover that, and now we know how to look for that too. Wesley, what about the ROUSs? Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist. Wesley! There. That wasn't so bad now, was it? Surrender! You mean you wish to surrender to me? Very well, I accept. I give you full marks for bravery. Don't make yourself a fool. Oh, yes? We can live for a long time in the fire swamp, so anytime you want to die, feel free to visit. I'm telling you again, surrender. Will not happen. For the last time, surrender! Death first! Will you promise not to hurt him? What was that? What was that? If I leave to go with you, will you promise not to hurt this man? May I live 1,000 lives and never hunt again. He is a sailor on the pirate ship Revenge. Promise to return him to his ship. I swear it will be done. When we're out of sight, take him back to the pit of despair. I swear it will be done. I can't lose you again. I just can't. Not after everything that's happened. Come, sir. We must get you to your ship. We are men of action. Lies do not become us. Well spoken, sir. What is it? You have 6 fingers on your right hand. Someone was looking for you. Where am I? The pit of despair. Don't even try thinking of escape. The chains are far too thick. Only the prince and I know where the pit of despair is. So I'm here to be killed? Until you die, yeah. So why bother curing me? Oh, the prince insists on everybody cured before they're broken. So it's to be torture. I can cope with torture. You don't believe me? You survived the fire swamp, you must be brave, but nobody can ever match the machine. She's been like that ever since the fire swamp. It's my father's failing health that's upsetting her. Of course. The king died that very night, and the next day, Prince Humperdinck announced his engagement to Buttercup. My father's final words were, hold it, hold it. Grandpa, you read that wrong. It isn't fair. It isn't fair for Prince Humperdinck. It wouldn't be fair. Do you want me to read the rest of the story or not? Who gets Humperdinck? I don't understand. Who kills Prince Humperdinck at the end? Is it Inigo? Who? Nobody. Nobody kills him. He lives. You mean he wins? Jesus, Grandpa, what'd you read me this thing for? You know, you're very sick and you're very upset. I will stop now. No, that's fine. I'm all right. Sit down, please. All right. The prince gave his announcement the night the king died. My father's final words were, love her as I loved her, and there will be joy. I present to you my queen, Queen Buttercup. Boo! 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 Why do you do this? Because you had love in your hands, and you gave it up, but they would have killed Wesley if I didn't. Your true love lives. True love saved her in the fire swamp, and she treated it like garbage. And that's what she is, the queen of refuge. So bow down to her if you want. Bow down to the queen of slime, the queen of filth, the queen of putrescence. Boo, boo, boo. Rubbish, filth, slime, muck, boo, boo, boo. It was 15 days before the wedding, but Princess Buttercup's nightmares were getting progressively worse. See, didn't I tell you she'd never marry that rotten Humperdinck? Yes, you're very smart. Now shut up. It comes to this. I love Wesley. I know now that I always have, and I always will. If you think that I must marry you, please know that I will be dead by morning. I could never cause you grief. Consider our wedding off. You returned this Wesley to his ship? Yes. Then we will simply alert him. My dear, are you sure he still wants you? After all, it was you who did the leaving in the fire swamp, not to mention that pirates are not exactly known as men who kept their words. My Wesley for always come for me. I suggest a deal. You write 4 copies of the same letter. I'll send out my 4 fastest ship, one in each direction. The dread pirate Roberts is always close to Florida this time of year. We'll run up the white flag and offer our surrender. If Wesley accepts, bless you both. If not, please consider me your alternative to suicide. Are we agreed? You see, this machine made me half a lifetime to build it. Seeing as how that this is for posterity, I'm going to start with the lowest setting. I've just taken away 1 year of your life. One day we may go as high as 5, but I don't know what that would do to you, so please tell me. And remember, this is for posterity. So please tell me, Wesley, how do you feel? Interesting. Spies of mine have told me that the Thebes forest must be emptied. There has been a plot against the life of my wife-to-be. Have we heard anything from Wesley yet? Too soon, my dear, too soon. He will come for me, of course. She will not be murdered. I want the Thebes forest emptied. My regular forces will be inadequate. Form a brute squad, then! I want the Thebes forest emptied before I wed. It won't be easy, sire. Try ruling the world someday. The Thebes forest was emptied, and the king's men had their hands full emptying the Thebes forest. Have you gotten through yet? Almost, as a Spaniard causing some trouble. Well, you cause him some trouble. Move. I've been waiting for you, Vicini. You told me to go back to the beginning. So I have. This is where I am, and this is where I will stay. I will not move. Hold on there. Oh, you get out of here, will you? But the prince gave orders. I am waiting for Vicini. Brute, come over here. I am waiting for Vicini. You surely are a meanie. Hello. It's you. True. You don't smell very good. You don't look very good either. Perhaps no. I will be fine. Fezzik and Indigo were reunited, and Fezzik told Inigo of the six-fingered man. Considering his lifelong quest for revenge, he was very surprised to find this out. That's enough! That's enough! So where's this Count Rugen now? Because I'm going to kill him. He's with the prince in the castle, but the castle's gate guarded by 20 men. 30 men. How many do you think you can handle? I don't think more than 10. Leaving 20 for me. Even at my best, I could never handle that many. And without Vizzini to plan, I have no gift for strategy. But Vizzini's dead. No, not Vizzini. I need the man in black. Black? He bested you with strength. He bested me with steel. The only way he could have survived is to outthought Vizzini. And a man who can do that can plan my castle onslaught any day. Let's go. Go where? To find the man in black, obviously. But you don't know where he is. Don't bother me with trifles. After 20 years, my father's soul will be avenged. There will be blood tonight! The thieves' force is emptied, my king. 30 men guard the castle gate. Double it. My princess must be safe. The gate has but one key, and I carry that key. Ah, my dulcet darling. Tonight we marry. Tomorrow morning, our men will accompany us on our honeymoon, where all of my ships will accompany us on our honeymoon. All but your 4 fastest ships, you mean? All but the 4 you sent. Yes, of course. Naturally not those 4. Your Majesty, you never sent them. Don't bother lying. Doesn't matter. Wesley will come for me anyway. You're a silly girl. Yes, I am a silly girl, for not having seen sooner that you were nothing but a coward with a heart full of fear. I would not say such things if I were you. Why not? Wesley and I are joined by the bonds of love, and you cannot break that, not with 1,000 swords, and you cannot track it, not with 1,000 bloodhounds. And when I say you are a coward, that only means that you are the slimiest weakling to ever crawl the earth. I would not say such things if I were you. You truly loved her. In another lifetime, you might have been happy. So I don't think any man is about to feel as much pain as you will. Not to 50! Ah! Fezzik, do you hear that? My heart made the same sound when the 6-fingered man slaughtered my father. The man in black makes it now. The man in black? His true love is getting married tonight. So who has more cause for intense suffering? Pardon me, Fezzik, please. Everybody move! Thank you. Where is the man in black? You get there from this grove, yes? Fezzik, jog his memory. Ooh! I'm sorry, Inigo. I think I jogged it too hard. Inigo? Father, I have failed you for 20 years. And now your soul can be at peace. Somewhere in this forest is a man who can help us. But I cannot find him. I need you. I need you to guide my sword. Please, guide my sword. He's dead. This is not fair. Grandpa, wait. What does he mean? Does Fezzik just means he's not really dead, is he? Do you want me to keep reading or not? No more interruptions. All right. Well, the Montoyas have never given up easily. Come along, Fezzik, bring the body. The body. Have you got any money? I've got a little. I just hope it's enough for a miracle. That's all. Go away! What? Are you the same Miracle Max that worked for the king all those years? The king's stinking son fired me, and thank you for bringing up such a painful subject. While you're at it, why don't you give me a paper cut and put lemon juice on it? We're closed! Beat it, or I'll call the Brute Squad. I am the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad. We need a miracle. It's very important. Look, I'm retired. Besides, why would you want me? Why would you want my help? I might kill whoever you want me to meet a miracle. He's already dead. He is, huh? Okay, bring him in. I've seen worse. Sir, we're in a terrible rush. Don't rush me, Sonny. You rush me, you get terrible miracles. You got money? 75. Phew. I never worked for so little, except once, and that was a very noble cause. This is a noble cause, sir. His family is blind. His daughter, wife are dead. Are you a rotten liar? I need him to help me abridge my father. Murdered these 20 years. Your first story was better. Where's that bellows cramp? He probably owes you money, huh? Well, I'll ask him. He's dead. He can't talk. Ooh, look who knows so much, huh? But there's actually a difference between mostly dead and all dead. Please open his mouth. Now, mostly dead, he's slightly alive. All dead. Well, there's only one thing you can do when they're all dead. What's that? Go through their clothes and look for loose change. Hey, hello in there. Hey, what's so important? What you got that's worth living for? True love. True love, do you hear that? There is no greater cause in the world than that. Sonny, true love is the greatest thing in the world. Except a nice MLT with mutton and lettuce tomatoes when the mutton is nice and lean. But that's not what he said. Well, he clearly said to blave. Huh? And as we all know, to blave means to bluff. So you're probably playing cards and he cheated.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
Liar! Liar! Get back, witch. I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. But after what you just said, I don't know if I want to be that anymore. You never had it so good. True love, he said true love, Max. Don't say another word, Valerie. He's afraid. Ever since the king stinking son fired him, his confidence is shattered. Why you mention that name? You promised me you'd never say that name. What? Humperdinck, 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 Humperdinck. You know, lies expiring, and you won't even have the decency to say why you won't help. Nobody's hearing nothing. Humperdinck, Humperdinck, Humperdinck. This is Buttercup's true love. You heal him, he'll stop Humperdinck's wedding. I make it better. Humperdinck suffers. Humiliations galore. I don't know that part. That is a noble cause. Give me the 75. I'm on the job. That's a miracle pill. Chocolate coating makes it go down easier, but you better keep him from swimming for about an hour. Thank you for everything. Bye-bye, boys. Have fun storming the castle. You think it'll work? It would take a miracle. Goodbye. Inigo, there's more than 30 men. What's the difference? We got him. Here, lie him back. Has it been 30 minutes yet? We can't wait. We have to get in and out before the hustle and bustle begins. Open his mouth. How long do we have to wait? Until we know the miracle works. Your guess is as good as mine. I'll be your both apart. I'll put you both together. I guess not very long. Why won't my arms move? You've been mostly dead all day. We had Miracle Max make a pill to bring you back. Why am I on this wall? Are we enemies? Where's Buttercup? Let me explain. No, that's too much. Let me sort it out. Buttercup is getting married to Prince Humperdinck in a little less than half an hour, so all we have to do is get into the castle, get out with the princess, right after I kill Count Rugen. That doesn't leave much time for dilly-dallying. You just wiggled your finger. That's wonderful. I've always been a quick healer. What are our liabilities? The castle gate is guarded by 60 men. What are our assets? Your brains, his strength, my steel. That's it? Impossible. If I had a month to plan, maybe, but this? You just shook your head. Doesn't that make you happy? Your strength, my brains, and his steel. And you think a little head jiggle is going to make me happy? Now, if we had a wheelbarrow, that would be something. Why don't we get the wheelbarrow the albino had? Where is the wheelbarrow? On top of the albino, I think. Then why didn't you list that among our assets in the first place? I wouldn't give for a Holocaust cloak. That we cannot do. Will this do? Where did you get that? At Miracle Max's. It looks so great, he told me I could keep it. All right, pick me up. Now, I'm going to need a sword eventually. Why? You can't even lift one. True, but that's hardly common knowledge, is it? Thank you. Now, once we get inside, there's going to be problems. I'll say, once I kill Rogan, how do I find you? And then once you get Buttercup, how do you find us? Don't pester him. He's had a long day. Right. Sorry. Inigo, what? I hope we win. You don't seem excited, my darling. Should I be? Brides often are, I'm told. I do not marry tonight. My Wesley will always come for me. Stand your ground! Stand your ground! I'm the dread pirate Roberts. There will be no survivors. No, not yet. I am here. But soon you will not be here. No, light him. The dread pirate Roberts takes no survivors. All your worst nightmares about to come true. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream. The dread pirate Robert is here for your soul. Then love, true love will follow you. Skip to the end. Have you the wing? Here comes my Wesley now. Fezzik, the portcullis! Ah! Your Wesley is dead. I killed him myself. Then why is there fear behind your eyes? Give us the gate key. I have no gate key. Fezzik, rip his arms off. Oh, you mean this gate key? So, treasure your wife. Man and wife. Say man and wife. Man and wife. Take her to our quarters. I'll be up there shortly. He didn't come. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Fezzik! I need you! I can't leave him here. He's getting away from me, Fezzik. Please! I'll be right back. Thank you. Strange wedding. Yes, very strange wedding. Come along, dear. What was that for? Because you've always been so kind to me. And I'm killing myself once I reach the honeymoon suite. Won't that be nice? She kissed me! Oh! I'm sorry, Father. I failed. You must be that Spanish brat I taught a lesson to all those years ago. You mean you've been stalking me all these years only to fail now? I think that's the most wonderful thing I've ever heard. How marvelous. There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. 'Twould be a pity to damage yours. Wesley, I know you'd come for me. Gently, darling. Is that all you can say at a time like this? Gently? Gently? Oh. Goodness. Are you still trying to win? You have an overdeveloped sense of vengeance. It's going to get you into trouble someday. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Offer me money.
Yes.
Power to promise me that.
All that I have and more.
Offer me
Please.
everything I ask for.
Anything you want.
I want my father back, you son of a bitch. Wesley, I wish I could have stopped it. What cardinal sin have you committed this night? The priest said I do, and it happened so fast I couldn't stop it. Did you say yes? Well, no. We kind of skipped that part. Then you're not married. You didn't say it. At all. Wouldn't you agree, Your Highness? A technicality that will shortly be remedied. But first things first. To the death. No. To the pain. I'm afraid I'm not completely familiar with that phrase. Then I'll explain it. You warthog-faced buffoon. That is probably the first time a man had dared insult me. It won't be the last. To the pain means the first thing you lose will be your hands at the wrists, next your feet at the ankles, next your nose. And then my tongue, I suppose. I killed you too quickly last time, a mistake I do not intend to duplicate tonight. I wasn't finished. Next you lose your right eye followed by your left. And then my ears, I understand. Let's get on with it. Wrong. Your ears you keep, and I'll tell you why. So that everyone, upon seeing how deformed you are, will shriek out in agony. So that every babe that approaches, every woman that sees you will yell, "Dear God, what is that thing?" That will echo in your perfect ears. That is what the pain means, your majesty. It means I leave you in anguish, wallowing in freakish misery forever. I think you're bluffing. It's possible, pig. I might be bluffing. It's conceivable, you miserable vomitous mass. I'm only lying here because I lack the strength to stand. Then again, maybe I do have the strength. Drop your sword. Have a seat. Tie him up. Make it as tight as you like. Oh! Where's Fezzik? I haven't seen him. Have you seen him? In that case, help him. Why does Wesley need helping? Because he has no strength. Ha! I knew it! I knew he was bluffing! I knew he was bluffing! Shall I dispatch him for you? Thank you, but no. Whatever happens to us, I want him to live a long time with his cowardice. Inigo! Inigo, where are you? Oh, there you are. I thought that if we were escaping the castle, we would need horses. If we ever find the lady... Hello, lady! I just thought we would need them to get out of here. Fezzik, you did something right. Don't worry, I won't let it go to my head. You know, it's a strange feeling. Now that the vengeance is over, I don't know what to do with the rest of my life. Have you ever considered piracy? You'd make a wonderful Dread Pirate Roberts. They rode to freedom. And when they got many, many miles away, Buttercup and Wesley knew they were safe. And as Wesley reached for her... What? What? Nah, it's kissing again. You don't want to hear that. Well, I don't mind so much. Since the invention of the kiss, there were 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate. This one left them all behind. The end. Now I suggest you get some sleep. Grandpa, maybe you could come over and read that story again to me tomorrow? As you wish. I am well aware of how many times I forgot or completely botched something. So I had to kind of improvise or replace lines. Like I said, none of this is meant to be completely word for word recital of the entire movie. This was pretty sloppy, if I'm being, well, humble and honest. I mean, I could feel the passion within myself when I said a lot of the lines, a lot of the dialogue in this movie. And, you know, even though I effed up in a lot of places, I think you can at least see that despite all the times I messed up, that there is definitely a lot of passion and love that I, like everyone else on the planet, feels for the Princess Bride. Doesn't matter where you are, who you are, everyone loves the Princess Bride. It was legendary from the second it came out back in 1987. And I hope that, if nothing else, this demonstrates that it's possible to keep the vast majority of the things you love up here and just recite them all to yourself when things are darkest for us all. That obviously wasn't the message of The Princess Bride, but I don't know. I guess I just did this kind of as an experiment and to prove something to myself. And maybe all the people on YouTube. Oh, well. And that only took me an hour, so I definitely rushed through a lot of that. But that's also only because a lot of this was not dialogue, but actions, stage direction, that sort of thing. So that's obviously going to cut about a full 45 minutes from the whole experience. So, everybody, rest well. Dream of those who wish to tell you as you wish. Have a good night. Bye.